Okay, so what's up YouTube? It's your boy here, Gabi, and today we are going to be talking about concept art and basically how important concept art is and how important it is for your story overall. Either you're making manga, graphic novel, comics, or whatever. So right here you see I have a little concept art, and it's just pretty much drawing by layers. When you're going with concept art, you take whatever that comes to mind and you put it on paper and you pretty much layer it down and create a character or create some type of landscape or some type of house or some type of item or sword, etc., etc., etc. And as you see by this page right here, this the way I do it, by layering, pretty much measuring this and that. It's pretty much having like a blueprint of the character or of the object or whatever. Now, I pretty much do think that you should start making concept art once you define your story, once you have a good plot for your story, once you've actually decided which route your story is going to be in. That way you can start designing characters, then you can pick out pretty much which one is going to be your main character, or how would you like your main character to actually look like. If he has battle scars, or if they've been through something. Does the character is weak? Is it a strong-willed character? Is it a character that's been through things? Is it a character that's been privileged? All of this goes into consideration when you do concept art. Just like by the mere image of this, you can see that he's an elf because he has like big ears. You can see he's an older man because he's going bald. He has a very, very long beard and he's really, really short. It says Grand Elf Rhythm. Of course, you know, elves technically are not short. They are tall creatures. But in this case, you know, I wanted to resemble like an older type man that's like the Grand Elf. And he's pretty much like the leader of like all the elves. Which is a spoiler alert to my series, to my graphic novel or manga, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is how I basically do it. And the importance of pretty much concept art. This is Melody. He pops up around chapter 8 of my story. If you haven't seen, he's an elf as well, but you can't really see it because he has like this headphones on, so you will see that he's, you know, very like hip hop like. He likes music. That's why I chose the name of Melody to him. And within his clothing, you can see like music notes within it. Even a music note like painted on his face and stuff like that. So, you know, this really brings the character to life. And after the concept art, all you have to do is just go over it with ink so it can turn out to look something like this as the final product. So basically this is how Melody and my story will actually look like in the final product. This arm right here, this musical arm, is pretty much the power that he has, which pretty much go with his personality in total of melody, of something with music notes, you know, something musical. So pretty much. And you will like to have pretty much a big cast, because you will like to plan in advance. You will like to pretty much, you know, have something. There might be like a story where like some random characters pop in. It might be 5 characters, and you don't want to draw characters from the top of your head. Well, you go into your concept art and you already have a pool of 5 people there. I have in total, I'll say like around 40 characters already made in my concept art. This is like the most recent ones that I've been doing in these past few days, because pretty much I had to redesign a couple of characters and actually make a couple of characters for my volume 2 that I am currently working on now. I finished the storyboard of my volume 2. I have to start going into the volume 3 settings. Anytime I do like some type of landscaping on my storyboards, I actually landscape them without having like the actual concept art of the landscape, just because I have an image of pretty much of what I want for it to look like. You know, if you want to do the concept art for the landscape, I mean, you could go ahead. That way you don't have to keep on going back to the panels when you're actually in the story of, you know, like going back and forth through pages and stuff like that. So pretty much here you can see like different designs that I have. You know, some of them look weird. like this dude right here. But um, he just looks like that because he's been layers on top of layers of different stuff. The final design will be something very, very different. This was just a random swan, like on the Pharrell. This right here, I like it a lot. Just spoiler alert to my stuff. On around the end of chapter 8, they go to like this new land per se, this new world, and pretty much this is how the houses look in that new land. It's something outside of the earth, so I wanted to pretty much paint a picture that they're not in the usual state where they're supposed to be, where you see like regular houses, what we call regular houses, because those are the type of house models we're used to. But these people live in houses that look like this. Kind of looks like one of those tikis, I believe if you call it, from like the Hawaiian culture. But yeah, this is a spoiler as well. This pops up around the ending of chapter 8. There's a couple of spoilers here, but it is what it is. It's pretty much a city floating, a city floating on a rock that's in the air. This pretty much tells you everything about it. This is June, the cloth demon. This was like early designs of her, of how I wanted for her to look. The hands, how it looks in the front, the hand palm view, the back of the hand, and stuff like that. That gives you like little things. You also want to have pretty much almost a 360 model of your character, so that way you'll know how to draw the character facing forward, standing sideways, when it's like on the back and stuff like that. So you can have every different type of angle of that character, so the character can always pretty much resemble how it looks in the same or not. This is June without the mask. That's another spoiler alert. It is a girl. There's a woman, yes. And June is a very, very badass character to me. She's very, very important in the series as well. This is Wispy. This is the goddess of the elves, so she's pretty much the wind spirit. Another spoiler alert. This is another random dude. Very, very early, very early character designs, to be honest. Have a little backstory of the characters, what they do, their elements, their power, stuff like that. That's really if you want to. But yeah, pretty much this is concept art, giving you a rundown of how it would look like, pretty much how to pretty much place the characters. Now, I'm not saying that this is the correct way of doing it. Everybody has their own different type of way, so just go ahead and do it however you feel comfortable the most. And yeah, there's your boy Gabi, and peace out.